everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Monday, December 1, 2025. In the next episode, fans can expect Dylan Sydney Bullock to confess to Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Metzins Wood, and John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novland. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, has a proposition for Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Just a quick programming note before we get to the spoilers. There is no new episode on Friday, November 28, 2025. Don't worry though, regular programming is supposed to resume on Monday, December 1. Let's start off with Lumen Ozawa's Lisa Yamada. The escaped inmate was running from the cops when she jumped in front of the car. The driver ended up killing Luna instantly. While some people might be sad, like Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, most are relieved. In an interesting twist, Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, Dan Martin, said they don't know who hit Luna. However, Dylan told Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, that the police know everything. Something doesn't quite ring true here. Is Baker lying or is Dylan, and why? In any case, Dylan was totally freaking out to Electra. Next, the art teacher will go to face Steffy and Finn. In a weekly preview clip, we see Dylan emotionally admitting that she murdered Finn's daughter. Both Steffy and Finn look stunned, but it was an accident. Plus, Dylan's actions might have saved multiple people from Luna's killer intentions. Steffy will likely be fine with Dylan's actions, and will understand it was just an accident. Dylan keeps saying she has never taken a human life before, so this could have her going through some mental health issues. When Finn hears the admission, how will he react? Even though Luna was a monster, that was still Finn's flesh and blood. I'm surprised he's not feeling sadder about Luna's death. There is also Bill, who has a proposition for Katie. The man knows that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, hired an outside public relations company to help Katie with the Luna fallout. While Katie was appreciative, it seems Bill is thinking something else. The man tells Katie that as she came to Spencer Publications, nobody could tell her what to do, including Ridge and Steffy. However, that is a big decision for Katie, as most of her family works at FC. If Katie jumps ship, will Spencer, Crew Morrow, do the same thing? Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises a high-voltage start to the week, as secrets, guilt, and impossible choices collide. The drama opens in Los Angeles with tensions simmering among the Forresters, Spencers, and Avant families, leaving fans on edge. Dylan, caught in a web of secrets and personal accountability, wakes the day burdened by guilt. The previous week's events continue to haunt him, a confrontation gone wrong, a truth left unspoken, and a choice that may have hurt someone he deeply cares about. Early Monday, Dylan is seen pacing in his apartment, phone in hand, replaying conversations over and over. His inner turmoil is palpable, each breath heavy with remorse. Katie, his confidant and mentor, senses Dylan's distress and urges him to speak up. But Dylan hesitates. The fear of shattering relationships keeps him paralyzed. In a particularly poignant moment, Dylan confides in himself through a mirror monologue, revealing a deep sense of responsibility. He knows that every lie, every unspoken truth, has consequences that may ripple far beyond his own life. The audience can almost feel the tension crackling in the air as Dylan struggles to find the courage to do what's right. Later in the day, Dylan crosses paths with Steffy and Finn at Forrester Creations. A subtle glance passes between them, charged with unsaid words and unresolved tension. Steffy notices Dylan's distracted demeanor, while Finn, ever the keen observer, senses that Dylan's internal struggle might have consequences beyond what anyone anticipates. The seeds of confrontation are planted, but Monday ends with Dylan retreating into silence, leaving viewers anticipating the storm. Meanwhile, Katie finds herself at the heart of an emotional maelstrom. The morning begins with a visit from Brooke, who senses Katie's unease and presses her to open up. Katie, torn between her heart and her moral compass, is faced with a choice that could redefine her relationships and her own sense of integrity. Katie's dilemma revolves around a sensitive family matter involving her marriage, her children, and a long-buried secret. On one hand, honesty demands that she confront the truth. On the other, revealing it could destroy bonds she has spent years nurturing. Scenes at the Spencer mansion show Katie wandering the halls, stopping by photographs that recall happier times. Each image seems to whisper reminders of her responsibilities, her past mistakes, and the fragile threads holding her family together. The tension escalates when Bill unexpectedly enters the scene. Bill, suave and strategic as ever, senses an opportunity in Katie's indecision. His proposition, delivered with the calm precision of a seasoned businessman, is designed to tempt and test her simultaneously. He offers a deal, one that could secure her family's financial future and give her a sense of control in a chaotic situation. But as always, Bill's offers come with strings attached. Katie's internal battle intensifies. Should she accept Bill's proposition to maintain stability, or follow her conscience even if it risks upheaval? By the afternoon, Katie is shown confiding in Donna. Their conversation is both heartfelt and tense, full of sisterly advice and ethical dilemmas. Donna, always pragmatic, urges Katie to consider the long-term consequences of her choices. The sisters debate morality versus pragmatism, leading the audience to wonder which path Katie will ultimately take. Monday's episode closes with Katie staring at the phone, her finger hovering over the call button, leaving viewers in suspense. Bill Spencer, as ever, is a master manipulator. His Monday storyline begins with a calculated meeting at Spencer Publications, where he strategizes with his legal and business teams. Bill's mind, as sharp and ruthless as ever, is focused not just on profit, but on influence, control, and the subtle art of persuasion. Later, Bill seeks out Katie at the Spencer mansion, delivering a proposition that is part business strategy, part emotional test. He frames it as a generous offer to help Katie navigate her personal dilemma, but underneath lies a clear motive: he wants leverage. Bill's charm is on full display: smooth words, reassuring tone, and the occasional smile that hides far more than it reveals. Katie listens intently, torn between skepticism and the pragmatic appeal of Bill's offer. Meanwhile, Rich and Brooke watch these interactions from a distance, concerned that Katie might be manipulated or that Bill's machinations could upset the delicate balance among the Forresters and Spencers. Ridge, always protective of the women he cares about, expresses his doubts openly, warning Katie to be wary of Bill's motives. Brooke, balancing caution and optimism, encourages Katie to think carefully, but also to trust her instincts. Bill's proposition, however, is more than a simple deal. It's a catalyst for multiple storylines to converge. Dylan's guilt, Katie's dilemma, and the subtle manipulations of Bill all set the stage for confrontation, revelation, and emotional upheaval. The stage is set for Monday evening's shocking encounters, leaving viewers poised on the edge of their seats. Monday's episodes are defined by the convergence of secrets and the threat of exposure. Dylan's inner conflict hints at a revelation that could upend relationships across Los Angeles. Katie's moral struggle intersects with Bill's strategic maneuvering, creating a perfect storm where every decision has ripple effects. Steffi and Finn's subplot adds tension to the day's drama. Finn, ever the moral center, notices Dylan's unease and subtly questions him, probing for clarity without overstepping boundaries. Steffi, balancing her protective instincts and personal stakes, watches these interactions closely. The question looming over the day: will Dylan's secret come out voluntarily, or will circumstances force it into the open, causing shockwaves among the Forresters and Spencers? Meanwhile, Katie's confrontation with choice continues to escalate. Scenes in the Spencer mansion show Katie walking through her home, touching family photos, and replaying conversations with her children and spouse. The moral weight of her decision is emphasized through visual storytelling, soft lighting, close-ups on her pensive expressions, and the ever-present presence of Bill's looming proposition. Monday's drama reaches a peak when Dylan and Katie unexpectedly cross paths at the Forrester Creations offices. Their conversation, initially casual, turns tense as Dylan inadvertently hints at the weight he carries. Katie senses that Dylan's turmoil is connected to larger secrets that may involve her family, intensifying her own moral dilemma. The dialogue is charged, with pauses that speak louder than words. Each character weighs their choices, their loyalties, and their emotions. As if that weren't enough, Bill reappears in the scene, further complicating the dynamics. His presence alone adds pressure. A subtle smile, a carefully chosen word, and the undercurrent of negotiation and power. Monday's episode closes with a dramatic cliffhanger. Dylan's confession teetering on the brink, Katie's decision unresolved, and Bill's motives shrouded in ambiguity. The tension is nearly tangible, leaving fans desperate for Tuesday's continuation. Monday's events set the stage for a week filled with revelations, confrontations, and emotional reckoning. Dylan's guilt may lead to confessions that could alter relationships forever. Katie's choice will test her values, loyalty, and resolve, while Bill's proposition threatens to manipulate and redefine alliances. Expect Tuesday's episode to further explore these threads. Dylan's internal struggle will reach a critical point. Katie will take a decisive step, and Bill's influence will ripple through both the Spencer and Forrester families. Secrets are primed to unravel, and hearts are set on collision courses. Dylan's guilt. The silent torment of responsibility and fear, hinting at revelations to come. Katie's impossible choice. A moral dilemma with stakes that touch both family and personal integrity. Bill's proposition. A masterclass in manipulation and strategic persuasion, testing loyalties and judgment. Fans of the bold and the beautiful will want to pay close attention. Every glance, pause, and whispered word carries weight. Monday sets a tense, emotionally charged tone for a week that promises drama, heartbreak, and the classic suspense that has made the series a staple of daytime television. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.